Blog Talk Radio.
What do you think you're doing? Okay, well, hey, who knows? I might even be on the air and everything. Anyway, welcome to Legal Name Fraud Radio. Outside the box, legal name fraud exposure taking down the system around the world. Literally. Yeah, you are that powerful. Get used to it. You just got to step into it. You know, it's just an issue of standing, nothing more. And boy, the illusions and the distractions just kept us busy for a while, didn't it? Yeah. I opened up a couple of mics there. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to actually talk. So, anyway, I'll just leave them open. You guys can chime in or whatever when you want. Just kind of, yeah. If you want to put your hand up, let me know ahead of time. Just want to cover a few stories and headlines and just let you know the kind of effect that you're having. We share things at the table, and poof, there they are. Yeah, that's called collective good ideas. Just kind of getting in the groove of things. So that's when two are gathered in my presence. That's truth. Okay. That which is agreed upon is established, and that's it. This hocus pocus language trick is unfolding faster and faster and faster. Let me just go back to this. Of course, a few internet issues bumping in and out here. Just want a couple of the headlines because it always boots on my side. It's funny as hell. World's oldest woman dies. Yeah, well, that has its own meanings. Let me see where there was a man dials 911 a dozen times to discuss $30 bar tab. Yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, beautiful underground caves around the world. Yep. Where else would you expect a cave to be? Yeah. Like this doggy got a new prosthetic paw, new spring in his leap. Yeah, funny how that's working. Here was a funny one. A woman who flashed Google Street View car faces charges. No self-expression allowed. This was my fave. Giant sinkhole swallows Jaguar in Toronto. Parking lot, raw. Yeah, well, I see a whole lot other things going on there. I know D. Washimoto, the alarm bells just went off with you, didn't they? Yes, I know. Anyway, yeah, Yagar, Jaguar, the Gar, the pike, the pikeman, the bonesman, bones, pronounced the same way. Spelled differently if you want, but it's all bonds and bonesman to me. But yeah, there's a giant sinkhole swallows Jaguar in Toronto. Yeah, nice tourist field perhaps there. There's a whole lot of stuff here, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. World's oldest woman dies. Gee, wonder what year she was born in. Yeah. Huh? Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Let me go down the list here because I want to have a bit of fun. For anyone new to the table, welcome. This is your first time being exposed to this crazy bitch. Good luck. You're going to need it. No, just loosen up, lighten up, chill out, and open your mind. That's the imperial flower at the front of your ship. That's your parachutes. Open up your flower. Okay? Expand. Use your imagination. Your imaginations have been so clamped down in so many ways. You haven't really ever been allowed to express your true self because you've been living a life based on somebody else's idea of who and what you are. The son, the daughter, the wife, the husband, the name, boy, girl, all of these constructs in the most literal sense have been built around you. Yeah, just a little tie-in here with me. June 15th, 2015 marks the 800th anniversary of the Magna Carta being signed on June 15th, 1215, and of course ties in with June 15th, 1964. Little Trigger and Silver, my two horses. That's two horses of my apocalypse. Silver and Trigger. I see the truth that triggers the truth. It's a trigger point. It's something of significance to me. Just like April 1st, November 1st, June 5th. April 1st, 1967. I was not quite 3 years old when I first landed here on this piece of land, somewhere else from the other piece of land where I was. Little issue of water in between. Little problem with Atlantis getting in the middle there. Yeah, priceless Magna Carta stolen in overnight raid at Lincoln Castle. Yeah. One of 4 copies. There's the fourth chamber of the heart. The physical reappears in the spiritual. Always mirror things. If you see it in the physical, if it disappears in the physical, it reappears in the spiritual. It's conceptual, and you will not understand conceptual until you start busting words apart. That's the doorway through. First step is understanding that you're not something like, Did you know that it's illegal to play in the legal world at all? Yeah, illegal. Well, you don't get a bar card, right? So what are you doing signing for legal documents? Yeah, what are you doing using somebody else's property? What, are you practicing law with a license? Yeah, there's just a few, million laws that everyone breaks every time they use or think they are, more importantly, think they are that legal name. Yeah, it's quite the trap. Talk about a deception. Forcing humanity into using something that they know is knowingly destroying them, and forcing the construct of the world that built the world up around us using deception. So we can't even play in our own garden. That's the garden that was stolen, your garden. Yeah, so a few anagogics in here. Lincolnshire police have launched a county-wide, county-wide? Better go a little further than that, pal. Investigation after Lincoln's original copy of the Magna Carta. Well, how can it be an original copy? There's no such thing as an original copy. It's either original or it's a copy of the original. Okay? Just, again, spot these little lies. That's an oxymoron, original copy. It can't be an original if it's a copy. So if it's an original, it's not a copy. So just say what it is. After Lincoln's one of 4 original versions of the Magna Carta, one of only 4 surviving 1215 documents was stolen overnight from its vault. Interesting. 22 million. Yeah, there's the catch-22 reverse. Thieves force entry into the new subterranean vault. Oh, going underground. Yeah, well, you got to find this stuff in the sewers of London, right? You got to go below ground to find this concept. As above, so below, right? So if it's happening in the subterranean, in the literal, it's happening in the heavenly, in the spiritual. Anagogic. Yeah, you're this powerful. This is the hard thing to get across to you guys. Yeah, you still don't believe this. Now, I know some of you know this. Yeah, you watch the world change as I do. It's beautiful. Investigating officers say members of staff arrived at around 5:45 a.m. Yeah, 55:45 to prepare for the opening, but noticed that the door to the vault had been forced open. On inspection, they found that the priceless, Magna Carta, which had been displayed at the castle since 1993, was missing. This year marks the 800th anniversary, there's that mark again, of the Magna Carta, and the city had arranged... The city? Or is that people in the city idea? Yeah, and see how they personify their atlas? Yeah, this year marks the 800th anniversary of the Magna Carta, and the city had arranged a number of events to celebrate the milestone. Oh, I'd like to see that trick. A piece of paper, all by itself, arranged a number of... Wow. Is it conscious? No, it's not. Anyway, it's us that have been giving consciousness to these bullshit paper dolls. Lincolnshire County Council say the celebrations are under review until the document is recovered. Good luck. The castle will remain open to visitors, but the area around the vault has been cordoned off as Lincolnshire police conduct their investigations. Yeah, what do you expect to find? Doors pried open. Document stolen. And you're looking at things. Yeah, okay, whatever. Chief Inspector Neil Hardwick. What is it with that name? Yeah, I know that name, Hardwick. It's a very personal one. Chief Inspector Neil Hardwick said this type of crime is unheard of in Lincolnshire, and for it to happen before the grand reopening of the iconic Lincoln Castle is unfortunate, to say the least. Yes, it is. Look, Lincoln assassination again. We would ask locals to be vigilant, especially at car boot sales in the surrounding areas. Somebody fencing their wares, like they would. As the criminals may not be aware of the true value of what they have stolen. Oh, I think they do. Centerpiece in a castle, subterranean vault, prying a vault open. Yeah, it's not... You're not going to go down the street and ask, hey, Mitt, can you give us a favor for this? I need some fags. That kind of thing? You fucking idiots. Anyway. Yeah. There is also a danger this type of rare historical artifact could be flogged on eBay, like it would, or other online sites, which we are now permanently monitoring. Look, you're looking in all the wrong places, morons. Lincolnshire County Councillor for Heritage Preservation, Neil Magnus, was in charge of the 3-year project. I'm sure he was. He said, we are working closely with the Lincolnshire Police and detective investigators to trace the people behind this heinous act. Yeah, well, blah, 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 blah. On and on those. But there we go. Lincolnshire Police are appealing for anyone with any information, good luck, or who might have been seen suspicious activity in the Bale Gate area in the early hours of April 1st, 2015, to contact the force on the 121 non-emergency number, quoting incident number 104. Of 104-2015. This shit's beyond funny. It really is. There's the mirror of the April Fools. There's something you're going to take fucking serious, right? That's not a hoax. And if it is, it still isn't a hoax anyway. People still get caught up in this idea that hoaxes exist and don't. You see, that's a literal trap. Because if you think it's a hoax, you won't find the truth in it. You'll look away. So when I see something is potential hoax, I go, it's going to be Onion News. I look for the most profound truth in it, because you'll always find the most profound truth in a hoax. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, let's go down here. Want to get into, let's just do this first. Oh, yeah, I got another one to go here. Criminal justice system close to collapse. Bristol lawyer claims. Here's another one. Canadian police bust Jewish mob-run pedophile ring. Yeah. Fucking Jaguar sinkholes indeed. Uh-huh. All right. This is crazy. It's just fun. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the another point of view. That was just those random little posts. Just trying to show some phonics in it, that's all. Point of view, Y-O-U, V-Y-O-U, a view, yeah. Okay, where was it? It's got to be a few more comments. I've been talking about, there, it's probably this one. Yeah, outside the bow, off the bow of the ship, the bow, right? That's where you tie your bows. That's your imperial rose at the front, okay? Yeah, it's been like that for a while. It was a non-typo typo. You can't make a mistake. You just go with it. Yeah, it made more sense, right? So you're outside the Christ mind of the womb of duality. You're outside the bow. Because now we're inside the box. The Christ mind in the womb of life. Inside, outside. You see? At the same time. It's called a singularity. Yeah, no more bow ties. We're going all casual-like. Casual, casual. Excuse me. Cause. You get your crows back. Take them out of the Tower of London. Yeah, and something else too. Whatever superstitions and stuff that people still bring up, I just shred them. Not because I don't like you, it's because I show others what they are. Thank you for sharing them, because I can't show these contrasts without these. See, we work together. You think I'm your enemy? No, not at all. Thank you. Remember, today is April 1st. Today set us to do foolery on others. Well, if you want. Tomfoolery. Yeah, there's that turkey showing up again. So carry salt with you and toss a pinch of salt at or towards anyone trying to fool you or prank you this day. Yeah, okay. Assault? Throw some assault? No, I'm not going to do that, because it sounds like a holy day ritual to me. I just expose all lies in tomfoolery. That's the duality tricking the most high heart. Tomfoolery. Tomfoolery. Okay? Every waken second, or waken, way of the knowledge, say conned, creation duped. No pie, creation liars, no pillars of salt here. April 1st, 1967, landed here in Canada for the first time. I, of course, in quotes, just to give you guys an idea where this idea distraction is. For the first time, first round, that was the first round before heading back to Ireland. Returned November 1st, All Saints Day. 1978, after a 3-year stint. You know what a stint is, right? My two horses of the apocalypse there, Trigger and Silver, they work in unison. That's kind of the unicorn thing with me. Yeah, see what I mean? This is just beautiful. I can't let these things go until you give me something to ride with, you know? And it doesn't matter what it is. You'll never make a mistake with me. I will say there was one thing that really kind of gets my goat, and it's self-promotion. Shameless self-promotion. Don't post your shit on my page. By all means, if you want word out, let me know. Okay? So that's just not a good thing to do, right? Because here we are trying to expose the connected collectiveness of us all working together in unison, no stars here, to free humanity, working together to help all of humanity, focused on all of humanity, not interested. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. What did you do to get the legal name fraud out? You see? There's your line in the Rubicon sand, okay? It's me. So just, that's a caution. That's a spirit shun. You've been cautioned. And I will push it away. All right? I'm not interested in shameless self-promotion any longer, when we've been trying to destroy that for so long. Okay? It's about all of us. You got some tools, I got some tools. Big deal. All right? Okay, where was it? Yeah, this is the, outside the bow and off the boat, flagships, flags down. Yep, owls eyed the ducks. Oh, yeah, Zim, rock and roll. Yeah, Luca, Zim, there's so many of you guys flying in this. It's beautiful to watch. I like to think in sailors' terms outside the bow because we're on the stern. Yes, stern, infinite, divine, feminine. To stern, clean up your ship. Mind, bow to stern. That's bowing to creation. That's putting your real bow ties on. Because here, in this world, it's the game of guys on guys. That's why I laugh at homophobic. I think that's hilarious. Anyway. Yeah, so the air of the talk, dog, D-O-G-T-O-K, right? Take the pledge out and put the truth in. So that's the air of the talk. T-O-K, T-A-L-K, I meant to do T-O-C-K there. I did talk twice. Doesn't matter. Talk, T-A-L-C, you might pronounce it talc. That bit you. Yeah. Yeah, tic-tac-toe. Spelled T-I-C-T-A-C-K-T-W-O. Tic-tac-toe. Two, T-O, can be pronounced as toe, T-O-E, T-O, T-W-O, toe, two, two-o. Oh, yeah, it's fun. I love the duality in everywhere. I was talking about this a bit earlier. Where was it? Where did I put it? Interesting. Sorry, just looking for... I had put it in words that actually worked for a change. Well, in a very literal way. It makes me happier when I was able to explain it. Are we still on the air here? Okay, just making sure. Yeah, little jitter, this Skype thing. Just scrolling down. I guess it is a bit further down. Okay. Yeah, you guys are going crazy. It's awesome. Okay. It's live radio. Chill out. Anyway, it's about sounding the spell. If you want, you got to get into the concept form of things. That's where it was. It was on the 1-2 buck on my shoe. It has to be on that one. Scrolling. Did that post get moved? Another point of view. 1, 2. Okay. I put it up. No, it's went missing. I put it up. 1-2 buck on my shoe. Okay. That's why, because it was really good. Anyway, the whole idea is, I'll go through it very, very quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because you got to just get the idea, and I don't want to distract it. Start hearing beyond the word spells, because remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and every number after that is a word. That's what's made you number. The numbers have been given an elevated sense of importance as well, separating them from words themselves. The rhyme separated from reason. Okay? So, 1, W-O-N, 2, T-O-O, to win also, right? 2, buckle my shoe, B-U kill, right? Buckle. My duality, shoe, Pisces, 2 feet, shows your buck L, in the vernacular, buck means to fuck. It's a term used in Belfast. Okay? So, basically screwing L. And you can do that in one of two ways, you see? For a good time or for a bad time. Getting screwed over or getting screwed over. Buckle my duality. Screw Lou. Screw the duality. Okay, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. There's a lot of different versions that I've heard of it, but anyway, shut the door. 3, 4, shut the door, 5, 6, pick up sticks. Now you have the pi key of ultraviolet sticks, the river to cross over in the truth. So in the literal, in the nursery rhyme, it is spelled S-T-I-C-K-S. 5, 6, pick up sticks. Now, is there another way you can spell sticks and it still sounds the same way? Yes, S-T-Y-X. So now it becomes a bigger concept. You've went beyond the spell into another concept in the same sound of that spell. And these things, the more you stack on top of these things, other things that are relative to it, you will see it. And it's easy to do this because now you have an alternate spelling of the same sound that's got different letters in it. And you can repronounce those letters any way you want because you're reshaping the spell using your sound mind instead of being controlled by the illusion of sound through a spell. See, that's what spells do. They cast the spell of sound and the concept, thought, idea in the literal sense. And that's what you're starting to eliminate when you do this. It just takes a little patience. And you will see this for yourself with sitting down and just do it. You got to do this. You can't think this. You got to do this. Okay. I see very well conceptually. Letters not so well. Okay. I see pictures versus words. So the concepts come for me easier in picture form because you can get trapped in seeing the spells in your mind. But I've never really been trapped in that. It's one of the things about songwriting that people ask me about songwriting and part of that process. And for me, it was seeing a conceptual picture and an idea form, and then using words to describe it. So it was a picture being described with words. It wasn't words describing a picture. So I was kind of doing the whole songwriter thing was this literal world was doing it backwards naturally anyway, unbeknownst to myself at the time. Looking back, and it makes sense. So that's the same thing you're doing here, only you're reversing it. You've got to take the pictures that have been forced through the spells and change them yourself. So now sticks, S-T-Y-X, becomes, you can pronounce a Y like I in Y, W-H-Y. So now it becomes stikes. And you can do that, S-T-Y-K-E-S, or S-T-A-I-K-E-S, or just S. And now you start having other, S-T-A-I, because, Kai, K-A-I, the Rathkool Kai was one of the bands, right? Can be pronounced Kai, Ki, Ka, right? So now we have stakes, S-T-A-I-K-E-S, stakes. So you see a vampire concept. Then you see, you bring the meat into it if you want. There's a lot of things. But you're going to start to see when you start respelling and resounding the bottom of these words, the depths of the words, you'll start to see that you will not, after a while, you won't hit bottom. You can't sound the bottom of that anymore. It goes to the infinite well. And that's where the shit pours in. And it only takes, typically for me, it's by the third tie-in, and these all come natural now because I've done it for so long. It just becomes natural that all of these ideas, every word becomes a basket of multiple concepts in one concept, and that's where the mind really starts to expand. That's where shutting up Tweedledee and Tweedledum is the most important thing you can. I use Cain and Abel, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, left, right, fluffy, whatever you want to call that concept of the duality of the mind, separated through the reptilian brainstem between you and your heart. That's where you take... It's like tuning into that channel for a little while to get all the information, the rhyme and the reason and the chaos and all the rest of it, then turning that channel off and going silent. And then breathing. Then that's where lightning strikes. Right? But while we're caught up in this monkey chatter, constantly talking about this, that, and the other fucking nonsense, crap stuff, you never get a minute to yourself. So yes, again, the only advice I give you in terms of spiritual is breathe, And the only advice I will give in terms of legal is don't break the law by using anything in the legal system knowingly, willfully, thinking you want that. Dance to get the word out. Babylon is fallen. Really simple. Okay. Can't make it any more literal than that. Straight up. It's kind of how it is. So let's have a couple. I want to have some fun with this one. This one's pretty straight up. Canadian police bust Jew mob-run pedophile ring. Yeah, well, that's what happens to a culture that thinks it's okay. That's the false Jew, by the way. Think it's okay to chomp the end of a day-old little boy's penis foreskin off with their teeth and suck the blood out of it like vampires. Okay? And until there is an outrage within that community, and I don't care if it's one part of the, quote, Orthodox Jewish community, you're all connected. Because in that one act, I don't care what sect or section of whatever conceptual religious program you are running, you're guilty as the rabbit is chomping the end of a little boy's penis off like some fucking parasitical vampire. Yeah, Canadian police bust Jewish mob-run pedophile ring. The dead are cleaning up the dead. My hands are clean of it. What I do is expose the lies and the bullshit. And as soon as it is established and visualized by another, saying, yeah, okay, you know what, that is a shitty thing. You know, it would be a good idea to change that and call it out, put it in the light. Don't you think? That's what I think. Call out the demons. Yeah. Because, yeah, like Kiki puts it very well. And Chris, demons attacking demons. Yep. Yeah, evil destroying itself, just wait till they get behind bars. Oh, yeah. Just wait. Well, they won't like these bars. And then they will really know what it's like to have their pedophile ring ripped out by some big whopper, buggery, pedophile thing king. You got it, kiddo. Because all the false Geppetto Jews, Masons, whatever, the king's oarsmen, burn them all. Criminal justice system, close to collapse. Close. Yeah, it's closed. Closed to collapse. And there's no lapse here. It's just done. No time-lapse photography. Let's just snap that out. There's no co-lapse here. It is now lapsed into oblivion. Criminal justice system closed to lapse. That's a duality. Lapsed. It's done. You final lap, say. Yeah. Bristol lawyer claims. Yeah. Yeah, what was it? The CPS offices in Plymouth and Taunton were shut down last year and their work moved to Exeter. Yeah. Time to get the fuck out. But there's no exit for these guys. The criminal justice system in southwest England is teetering on the verge of a collapse, a lawyer has claimed. Yeah, Ian Kelsey. Ian Kelsey Grammer, a British member of the Law Society, said administrative delays could lead to, oh look, it's all about babies with these fuckers, to miscarriages of justice. We will be able to deliver those dead demons through all the girls acting as guys. Well, whether it's what you think is a male or female form, it's guys on guys here. Everything in the physical is masculine. Yeah, homophobic, Yeah, that's what I thought. Miscarriages of justice? Yeah, they're trying to birth that demon child out of you. That's why they summons demons, right? His comments came after a judge in the city said Crown Prosecution Service, CPS. Yeah, and someone, that Rob guy was going through so much. There's the first email. I'm thinking, bud, just go and read the fucking essays over and over until you get it. Because you're still caught in your matrix. Anyway, his comments came after a judge in the city said Crown Prosecution Service, CPS staff, were understaffed and struggling to cope after delays to a case last week. Well, it's going to be a whole lot of delays. Watch. The CPS said the delays were due to a bedding in of new systems. Have you noticed we lie in a different bed than you guys? Yeah? A bedding in, of new systems. to abetting, aiding and abetting in of new systems? Well, yeah, this is truth. Time to aid and abet in the truth. You don't bet there. It's a surefire thing. It's a sure bet, not an abet. At Bristol Crown Court, Judge Shamim, looks like Qureshi, David Qureshi? Shamim Qureshi? Yeah, referred to documents not given to the defense ahead of the trial. Check this out. You might see the mirror of me in this one. The trial of a street preacher over homophobic sermons. Yeah, it's all guys on guys here. Of course it's homophobic. And have you ever heard of a street preacher radio type host, tranny, giving sermons at any time? Yeah, I'm the mirror of that. Quote, unquote, I'm still waiting. During sentencing, he said the delays could undermine... No. Undermine? No. Not a chance. During sentencing, he said delays could undermine public confidence and the government should act urgently. It's too late. It's game over. Mr. Kelsey agreed with the judge's comments, saying that delays could affect the defense and their ability to do their job well. Well, yeah, truth has that effect. It's illegal to use a legal name, and these guys know this. Okay? He said what it does mean is that cases will come out of the list, not being able to be prosecuted within the custody time limit. Yeah, it's called the clausula rebus sextantibus, a fundamental change in circumstances. Yeah, when the fraud of a contract is revealed with the intent to deceive shown clearly and proven through the mere fact that a government exists, the mere fact that there is a king, a queen, or a pope, or a president at all, is all the proof I need. All of that creates a criminal justice system that I believe is teetering on the verge of collapse. You goddamn fucking right it is. Quote, I've got a case this week in Cornwall. Yeah, looks like you're getting cornholed in Cornwall, where the papers were supposed to have been served 6 weeks ago. I'm still waiting for them. Must be one of us, huh? You're going to be waiting forever, pal. Look at that. They have to wait for the paper. Well, see, that's the paper that you send back so they can wipe their ass and then wipe it in your face. Look at that. I've got a case this week in Cornwall where the papers were supposed to have been served 6 weeks ago. I'm still waiting for them. All right, which one of you guys is that? Anyway, it's all fun. How are we going to make any progress on that case this week? We're not. Yeah, fucking good answer. Ever again, either. With those that step out of this, never again. Never again. It's hilarious. You don't have the power wheel here, do you guys? Last November, the CPS offices in Plymouth and Taunton were shut down due to government spending cuts and their work moved to Exeter. Yeah, get the fuck out. The glove office closed last April with work transferred to Bristol. Got them running. Watch, this is so fun. A spokesman for the CPS Southwest said the overwhelming majority of cases were dealt with on time. Well, yeah. Still a lot of sheep out there you're fleecing, I know. We're waking them up, though. A lot of black sheep out there going, hey, wake up. So, quote, during a period of betting in new systems. There's no betting here, pal. You're going to bet against the royal flush? What you got? Right, that's my point. And processes have been implemented, which has had some impact on the delivery of our work. That means we're still shuffling our feet a little bit, but we're really fucking cornered now. However, plans are in place to ensure we move out of these difficulties as swiftly as possible. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look up. Have a tendency to agree with you there, but we probably have a different point of view on what we think as swiftly as possible and move out of these difficulties. Yeah, we might have a difference of opinion on that, where I don't have an opinion, I just have a fact. And what your opinion is attached to some asshole somewhere, whether it's yours or somebody else's idea of your reality. But, oh well. Quote, our move to digital working, yeah, EMP. Boy, that's going to be an interesting thing, eh? Our move to digital working, with which we have already made significant progress, will enable us to prepare files for both the Crown and magistrates' courts from anywhere in the Southwest, regardless of which court the case is destined for. It's destined for hell. Yeah. Try this sound out. Where are your files now? Your files. Your files. Creation of Lucifers now. That's what I love about digital. It's easy. It just takes a magnet and it erases everything. So there you go. I just thought I'd help things and have fun. We got some mics open, guys, so feel free, jump in. And for those that do want to call in, yeah, good for the Anagoggles. Yeah, the Magna Carta thing, of course. It's a birthday thing with me, I like having happy birthdays. Anyway, it goes something like this. The phone number, 347-637-3265. BTR listeners 054. And you got 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 13 seconds. 12, 11, all the ones to call in. Anyway, for the rollover. Anyway, if you want to be a part of that. So, what do you guys want to focus on? What is there that I can share a point of view, to maybe clarify something for you, for me, for whatever. So, is there anything you guys want to touch on? What you think is what people really need to know? What do you think, other than legal name fraud? Okay, no one's talking.
Hello.
There you are. And, yeah, so, yeah, go from there. Like, what do you think?
Okay, in the now, triangulating yourself, play with the grammar, play with the words, make up your own rules. I did a little search because Google is my friend. And this is what I came up with. Present or present, I triangulate myself. You triangulate yourself. He, she, it triangulates himself, herself, itself. We triangulate ourselves. You triangulate yourselves. They triangulate themselves. And it goes on and on and on.
Yeah. Dancing with the stars. You're having fun. I can tell.
Yeah.
Show up. I love it. Yeah, isn't it cool though when you they're just little breathless moments like, whoa, that was cool. There's no words for this shit, guys. Get your crayons out. Yeah. What for the spell? It's like this: sound the spell, then respell the sound.
Oh, yes.
Sticks, okay, S-T-I-C-K-S, so that's the spell, and this is the sound that, as program goes, sounds like stick. Okay, now let's respell the sound. Sticks, oh, well, I can respell that sound, S-T-Y-X. Is it the same as the pickup sticks, or is it a river of ancient Greek mythology? How are they the same? Well, there's a lot of ways to do that. You can talk about the sticks of the I Ching, the tally sticks of money. Layers go on and on and on. What you will find happening, though, is they converge. When you see enough of these things, there is a moment of convergence. And don't go looking for it, because you won't find it. It shows up. Just look for all the pieces. The convergence fixes itself. It's sort of like Easter egg hunt. And you go and gather 5 different Easter eggs, but they're all the same in some way. And you put them all together, and as soon as you put them together, just see them. It's like big fucking magic Easter eggs appear out of nowhere. And then you just see it. And that's what you can't describe.
Getting over the program of I must spell a word a certain way and I have to put a period at the end of the sentence and there's a capital here. Just go with the flow and practice that a little bit. On posts on Facebook, what I've been doing is spelling it the way it's supposed to be spelled and then spelling it the way I want to spell it. So both words are there, so they'll get it. But yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a word like notice, NOTIC. This was this goes the early days of busting words apart because all the legal terms were so much fun to play with. Notice, well, not ice. Ticed, enticement, advertisement, notice, vortice. So I went to the root word of tice, and of course say, which is you, nosca ti ipsum, the most beautiful you say. And when you have a no ti say, what you're saying is you, the true you, has no say creation in it. So that's why a no ti say is a not I say at all. See, no ti say, no you say is the same as not I say, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's saying the same thing, that you don't have a fucking word in this. Not I say, so to tie one in a knot ties you up. Gordian knot, the impossible knot. This is how you unravel the knot. So it's the knot I say, so you're knotting yourself up, Nottingham. What are you, a sheriff? All right, so yeah, and all you now you put the letters out. You have notice, notice. That can be an S. Well, that can also be an F. Look at the Constitution. Okay, the Constitution. The way, see, the S and the F were interspersed. This is tricky shit, guys, but it's not really that tricky when you see the switch outs. Now, if it can be an F, it can also be a V, right? Of 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 UV, ultraviolet. You see how you play the rules against the rules? An F can sound like a V. So make an F sound like a fucking V wherever you want. If it can sound like a V in one word, guess what? Those who make the rules must obey the rules. So I do. So now we have not I have. But you have to put an apostrophe in between the I, the V, and the E. Put your IV in consciousness. Put your space between the IV. Now it becomes the I have or I truth, but it's still saying not I truth. It's a brilliant word of a brilliant trap. And it's what notice is saying in the most anagogic way, in the big, here's the Easter egg. Notice says, you have no power at all. So was that a fun anagogic?
Yes.
Did you get any ahas in the respelling the sound game? Did you see the bigger picture of the hidden meanings, the dark sayings with dark nations?
Yeah.
The hidden menace, King Menace, the hidden meanings within the word itself. Yeah, grab the helm for a second. I'm just going to fill up my coffee. I'll be right back. Dance them around, guys. Show them the magic. It's beautiful.
So who else is on the board? This is Roar. Hello.
This is Jason. I'm out here.
Hi, Jason.
How you doing?
Oh, good. What's been going on with you?
Just keeping in the now as much as possible. It's so the whole convergence thing that was just mentioned, like that's really been going on with me lately. Like, but what I like to do is like I'll write out certain words like they or idle or the other day I wrote out the number the 8 EIGHT, but I'll look at it in all the different languages and I'll write out each one, and then I'll just kind of sit on it and look at it and take the pledge out and just you really see it like when you do it with all the other languages and see like the commonalities, and then it's crazy.
Isn't it something? Yeah, and the convergence is understanding that higher level of communication, the purest. It's beautiful. Gee. I can remember in second grade, 1972, I was being taught how to read and write at grade 2 level, and it was a program based on phonics. And I remember my mom commenting on it, saying that that is so much easier to learn how to read when you just learn with the sounds. And I was one of those, public school children, and that all changed, and it got into, we weren't using phonics anymore. It was more literal. But it was right around 1972, and I remembered that. It's funny how things, the phonics.
Yeah, I remember that commercial a lot. Hooked on phonics worked for me, and now here we are.
Oh, yeah, hooked on phonics. That's right. Heck yeah. Well, we've been hooked by phonics, and so you want to go ahead.
Oh, sorry, the delay kind of messes me up sometimes. The number 8, like I was talking about, EIGHT spelled out, like the number 8.
Yeah.
In Zulu, it's 19 letters long, and it actually reads a sentence like it says, "Hey Isis, hiya gal, I'm Billy."
Beautiful. Oh.
I thought that was funny.
So, thank you for bringing the Zulu back around there, because this is what happens. What was the biggest lesson the Zulu learned at Islandwala Rourke's Rift? Never do what?
I don't know.
To never attack a fixed position. It stops your bull from moving, and that's what the court is. It's a fixed position.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So anything you see in terms of vengeance is a fixed position. Somebody's got a fixed posit ion. Po-sit ion. Spirit seed, sit. Well, it can be set. You don't know what that is. Say-T. A po-say-T ion. What it is something you don't want to attract yourself to, because it fixes you in a position.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be the free radical. Right? And what that is you, in the grandest sense, is the full Zulu army attack. Let's say there's 10,000 Zulus forming up the loins of the bull, the head of the bull, and the horns of the bull. And it only worked in a fluid motion. Hitler used the exact same attack. And what happened at Stalingrad? What did he do? He did exactly what the bull never does. He attacked a fixed position. And it destroyed him. So there's a fractal of history. And the day before, you seeing this now? Good. All right. Now you're starting to see how the one history is the same history overlaid on long fractals. So what we have is well, I wouldn't say 6 years, up to the point of Stalingrad, to give you an example. Beginning of the war, World War II, up to Stalingrad with Hitler, everything he had done up to that point in the Blitzkrieg, he had victory after victory after victory. Okay? Lightning War. Because that was the Zulu in full motion, the full Zulu army, which is played out in the exact same way in a shorter fractal of one day when the Zulus attacked the 1,500 British troops. What was the site? Well, it was Islamwana, I know that, on their way to Rourke's Rift. And there was only 130-something at Rourke's Rift, but the Zulus attacked a fixed position and were decimated, destroyed because of it. And that's the same thing. So Rourke's Rift in history, so this is one day to the next, compressing that full time period of the beginning of World War II up to Stalingrad, compressed into 2 days. It's the same fractal, same story, same attack, same everything. So this is what I do, is I layer all of these things. That's your chessboard upon chessboard upon chessboard. They're all glass, and you're looking down through them. So what I'm doing is realigning all of these stories. Okay? As soon as you realign them, they cancel each other out. I can't really describe what goes on in your mind when you do this, but what you get a very strong. It's one after the other. I have such a hard time explaining this. You feel things coming back into click, 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 click. You can't put any words to it. All I know is this: expose lies. That's all you need to do. And the more you do that with others, the more this comes in on you naturally. And creation loves this. Loves this. If you want to be loved by creation, then love what creation is, truth. So do you see how that fractal works? The Zulus attacking the fluid army and destroying them, and then attacking the fixed company and getting destroyed. That which that you think would have had 1,500 rifles versus 130 something. Yeah, you think they'd have a better chance. No, they were slaughtered to the man. Yeah, they lost some men at Rourke's Rift, but not that many. No, still most of them standing at the end of it. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying that's like like a lot of the karate movies and stuff. The main character, he always waits for them to come to him, and then he uses them against their own stuff against them. Same thing.
Sun Tzu. That's the art of war. This is defeating your opponent before you even get on the battlefield, and that's what we're doing with the legal name fraud exposure. What we're doing is giving you I killed you, Lucifer, and I didn't have to raise a finger. Okay, that's what that is. What this makes you now is the fluid Zulu army, and they will not get in your path. Because you know that you will never attack a fixed position, and while you are not a fixed position, you cannot attack. Because they know they'll be consumed and destroyed within it. That's what truth does. You become the bull of the warrior truth of creation itself, and you envelop evil and consume it and destroy it. In the same way a T cell wraps it, a truth cell, truth-sayer, soothsayer, if you will, how a T cell, this is another fractal within the human body, to show you the same thing in the spiritual sense. The T cell, what is a T cell? Well, it attacks what? Viruses. And what is it? It's in the shape of a capital fucking T. What it does is it goes with the head bowed against the virus, and then the arms of the virus, the horns of the bull, wrap around it, because in the T is the head and the loins. You'll see it in the Zoo movie, 1964. All right? You've got to get conceptual with the symbolism. What are the symbols really representing? What are they really saying? And don't just look at it literally. In the literal sense, there's the guy saying, this is how the Zulus attack literally, and they do this, and they wrap around and blah, blah, blah. That's all literal. That's one story in the most literal form. What I will show you is that same story from an anagogic, and it shows up everywhere. It shows up in the human body. There's the bull with the horns in the form of a T. The head and the loins, just like in the movie, is at the same level as the horns. It's a T-junction. Let's flip that T-junction over to the bull, the Zulu warriors, 3 cops and a tow truck, coming at me where I was sitting at a T intersection. So I was the fixed position they tried to attack. And they were decimated. No one survived. They all ran. Okay, so there. Now look at a T cell in the human body. Sees a virus, hits it, wraps around it, and the loin and the head just come in and destroy it. What we are dealing with here, an idea is a free-moving a free-moving thing. How do you describe this? The free-moving thing has been put into a fixed position called legal world. All of them are fixed positions. They're fixed in time and space. Legal name is fixed in time and space. You call it a birth certificate, yes?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fixed position. And while you were standing in a fixed position, their bullshit, will come in and like a T cell, wrap around you and consume you. So the legal name is actually the fixed position that you don't want to be, where you need to be the fixed position in the truth. So where you are fixed in the physical, that needs to be removed in order to be finally in a fixed position in the spiritual. You're triangulated at this point, and anything in the physical world coming at you can't, because you cannot attack a fixed position. You will get consumed by it. And it works in the physical, legal name, legal world. That's you assuming a fixed position. This is who I am. This is where I stand legally. And it's a fixed position that will be consumed by their Zulu. Their Zulu, their bullshit. And once you remove yourself off the paper, you are now no longer a fixed position in the physical. They can't man-track you. They can't they can't connect. They cannot contract. See the magic of this? And they also can't come near you now because you're not in their reality. And you have to consent to be in their reality to be attacked by it. By being a standing, fixed position in a legal name entity. And that cuts the legs out from you. So you become the fixed position that gets overrun in the physical. Where when you're off that in the spiritual, that's one fixed position they won't even think of coming near.
The truth cells will attack the virus.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And now you're the actual when you're off the paper, off the grid. What you are now is the flying Zulu bull in a spiritually fixed position that is moving through the physical reality, like the physical Zulu attacking the mobile one, and they won't come near you. So you know how that turns out. Slaughter to the man. And these are conceptual guys. Don't think of them in terms of past and future, and bring everything into the now. If it's in your mind now, it's here now. Yes, I know. Get that. Magna Carta. There it is. Is it real? I just made it real now. Yes, no. Yes. Does it matter now? Absolutely. Like you were saying, Roy, about present.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, well, you can take the T out and put the D in, you have pretend. Or you can take the P out and put the R in, now you have retend. So retend your own fields. The present moment is that magical thing. How do you describe? When you open your eyes, you're in the past. You will never see it as it is, only as it ever was. It takes light time to travel, kids. 24 frames a second. And I don't care if it's sitting right in front of you or the illusion of a star out in space. It still takes light time to travel to your eyes. So you will never see anything as it is, only as it was, even a briefest of time ago. It's still past. Tip of your nose. Still takes light time to travel from the tip of your nose to your eye. Process. See it. So there's a bit of hang time there, and you get hung up in that time. What this does is it puts you ahead of that. You see, the spiritual reality moves faster than the speed of light. Way faster. But you got to slow down the physical thinking. That's why you got to slow down with the letters, because you're just glazing glass right over this stuff so fast. It's polished glass, and it's reflecting everything back in a literal sense. So you shatter that mirror, and you do that with some crayons. It's real fun. Yeah, trippy night, eh?
Yeah.
You don't want to be a letterhead.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I love it.
Get that little pyramid built on top of the paper, eh? But you see how the legal name puts you in a fixed position in time and space?
Mm-hmm. Sure does.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a perfect trap, isn't it? And look at the deception. Because the first thing people ask. I asked the same thing, as I'm sure you guys did. Okay, no legal name. How the fuck do I survive here? Yeah? Well, that's the neat part. You just do.
Yeah.
I didn't know, and I really didn't have a choice either. I didn't have a choice in this. I'm so glad I didn't have a choice in it. It really sucked, but boy, oh boy. I'd have to, one by one, peel those layers myself. That would have taken lifetimes. Fucking Fluffy had a good grip on that shit.
The sting didn't last too long.
No, it stung though.
Yeah.
How long did it last? I'd say about 8 months. Like really intense, about 8 months. It just during the summer of 2012 that I started with the essays, and that was me working that sting out to get rid of it. Choices, because I'm reflecting on all these things. Remember, this is what June, July 2012. I wrote that, and that's me looking back over the choices I had made. Questioning the choices. Seeing the harm that the Luciferian system did to myself and the family directly with me, and everything around that, pure vile violence of the utmost hate. So here I am looking at these choices of, there's the home ripped out from under the family and all the rest of it. And of course, I'm the centerpiece target for them, thinking that it was all my fault. Yeah, in the most literal sense, it was. It was my causal creation because I wouldn't stand in lies. I wouldn't stand for lies. And that was Lucifer's attempt to rip me from survival, to destroy me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and all. Not a chance. Because I know me. I'm going to bitch. I'm going to bitch and whine. This is the old me. But I always know me. I always get up. I always noticed I was a little taller from the experience. So I just said, well, this is a pretty good hack down there, George Washington. Nice cherry tree hack down. But I regrouped and rebuilt because I always had the foundation to build on, truth. So rebuilding that house, truth, again, took a little while, but I knew the foundation was solid, that I could build this house once and for all. Because the ground that everything else was on prior to that was a little shaky, a little quicksand here and there. We found all the quicksand things. I spent a lot of time on the air raping and pillaging myself, showing So, yeah, that is the blessing. That is the blessing. So I was blessed with a clean slate, and all I had to think about from that point forward was the choice I'd made. And you ask yourself, did I make the right choice? Of course I did. I followed my heart. And I would never doubt that again. No matter how hard it was, no matter what I had or have to go through, nothing will ever conquer my heart. Truth rules it. Truth conquers all. Love conquers all. And that's where I stand. I do not have a fixed position in the physical reality any longer. I'm a free radical. My fixed position is in heaven, in the truth within, the Father within, the heart within. That's the kingdom within. Your heart will get you home. Follow that. That will get you home. Remove the things that are harming you. Remove the things that are binding you, that are chaining you, that are feeding on you, that are parasiting you, that are destroying you. Remove these things from you. Dare to stand your ground in truth. You will piss people off, guaranteed. Many of us have. And some of us, it's just an ongoing fact that I'm breathing pisses people off kind of thing. Okay? Just the mere fact I exist is enough to piss some people off. And I'm okay with that, because I know what pisses them off, and it ain't me. It's the truth that they can't handle within themselves. That's why you will be on that wall, and you won't be falling either. You already did the Humpty thing, and you climb back on. You put your pieces back together, you know, and up the wall, and there you are, on the watchtower. There's nothing stopping this. There's nothing stopping us. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm on guard 24/7, however you want to put it anymore. Yep, I'm there.
Yeah, there's when you get here, you see very quickly that there is no other purpose in this reality but this. There is nothing this world can offer me to satiate the real me. Period. End of. Look around and imagine having to spend 1 million years just walking the same planet. Get boring after a while, don't you think? Not much of an imagination up there. No. It's a bigger reality. This is a tiny fractal virus, and the T cell is on the way here. Look up. It's got wings and everything. That's the T cell of the spiritual creation coming to destroy the virus of the physical. Watch. Yeah, Nibiru is a T on the sky.
Yeah.
See it? Now, are you starting to see the fractal of creation in the body and less than? You starting to see how big and small you are at the same time?
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's what a fractal is. Mm-hmm. We're just down at a very, 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 very tiny point of it. That's all. Wasn't much of a virus after all, was it? No. No. Just a bad cold. Mama's got us. Sniffles are over. Yeah, so fun, eh?
Very fun.
That's what I thought. Well, deciding where to go next. Any questions regarding the where that phonics? Was that too confusing for people, do you think, or about resound?
No.
Sound the spell and then respell the sound differently.
Perfect.
Just do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just do that. Now resound every letter whenever it can sound different in another word from there. And where do you see the magic? Like, how many ways did I show that a note has is the complete stripping of your power? Do you want me to go on with that one, or because I can't? How about the no you I had, noted, no tight? Well, there it is, doubled up. Nothing like putting a fractal on it. Like these mirror deceptions within the sounds in the spells. It's gone. It's over. It's finished. I mean, what we're exposing here in the most literal sense is the great works that Fulcanelli was talking about. Stay the course. Stay the course. It takes. Where was I? Revelations 20. See, anytime I need anything, I just go to Revelations. Well, I don't want to do that verse, but well, it's there, so let's find it. It said verse 14, so let's look at it. Oh, and funny that, Revelations 20, verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. You won't experience it. Okay, here, I'll read the whole thing, and then hopefully at the end of this you will see the gift you are offering humanity. And you might even get a little bit more excited about giving that present to everyone you can, as fast as you can.
Oh, I do.
I know you. I know many of you do.
I do.
We're doing our best. I know we are. I just reinforce that idea. Just do your best. Because I'll tell you, even again last night going, is in as much as I'm doing it, I will never feel like I will ever be able to do enough. So I ride the middle wave on that. The arrogance and the humility of it. I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. You know what the key is. Life itself. Legal name is death itself. Key, X, is life itself. And you hold the key now. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan bound him 1,000 years. Yeah, had to be before Battle of Hastings, 1015. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season. And I saw a throne, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus, for the witness of I am, and for the word of truth. Again, Jesus is, translate that into I am, that's you. Je suis, I am. And God translates into truth. We've removed the hex by placing the G over itself to give the theta, the Greek letter, O, which is left wide open, and the D, which is half the whole. We put that in there, and it creates an O with a vertical line. And when you triangulate the G-O-D in the mirror over itself, you will see that there's a crosshair. The Greek letter, or the Phoenician letter, which is T. Here, let me just, got to do this. Go here, etymology. This is where I found it. Don't want to lose this track I'm on. Okay, so let's go T. Te Deum is the God we praise, the truth we praise. I think it was in the, let me just go to it, Latin dictionary. Yeah, I use all the stuff, guys. I'll rip the knickers off a word in more ways than you can count. I'll check it out in Latin, I'll check it in the Greek, I'll check it in etymology, I'll check it in grammar, prefix, suffix, sound, everything. I go right around the planet with it. It's fun. The trails are just brilliant. Latin to English. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Free online. Yeah, I'll give that up. Shouldn't be that far down the list. Haven't used it for a while. Hey, let's put that right behind that. Okay, underneath etymology. All right, so I'm going to do these words, and again, you can do them as sentences in Latin, or you can do them in individual words. You will find different interpretations individually. Taking the sum of the parts is always greater than the whole. So if you take the whole sentence, you'll only get an idea. When you take the sum of the parts, a word in the sentence, and define each word Latin-wise or whatever, you see more sums. Some of this, some of that, some of the other in each of the words. So the sum of the parts is always greater than whole. So each word sentence taken individually becomes a greater collective far beyond the meaning of the literal sentence. Okay? Let's try Noska. I remember having... Oops, let me go Latin to English. Translate. Okay. N-O-S-C-E in Latin, from Nosca to ipsum. Nosca translates to become acquainted with, get to know. Okay? So that's Nosca. T. Oops. Translate. Enter doesn't work. T-E. Watch this. So get to know you. No one sweeter than you. That's the literal translation of T-E in Latin. You. No one sweeter than you. Nice sentence, eh? That's the family motto I came into. Ipsum. Translate. Am I still there?
Or, yep.
Oh, ipsum means self. So get to know you. Getting to know you. Nothing is sweeter than you. And by the way, the U was in capital letters. You don't see that too often in a program, dude. Seems a little excited. Here, I want you guys to do this yourselves. You're going to see what I saw years ago that just blew my fucking brains out. Like, wow. Nosca T ipsum. You, there's nothing sweeter than you itself. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I posted the link in Facebook. So what I want you all to do, because you're all so dedicated, is I want you to go to this. I want you to see this for yourself. Ipsum. Okay, so you heard word by word what Nosca T ipsum, that's the family motto, Thompson family motto. Okay? You're going to see exactly what they mean. Just so look them up individually. Did it go? Yeah, it looks like it did. Okay. So there's ipsum itself. I want to go back to Nosca just so you can have the full sentence of it. Nosca means to become acquainted with, get to know, T. To become acquainted with, get to know you. And continuation of the sentence, by the way, when you do this. No one sweeter than you. Big Y-O-U. Itself. Ipsum. Become acquainted with, get to know you. No one sweeter than you. Itself. Handy clue, huh? Do you see the phonetic magic in that? Now you have a better understanding of no T ice. No T I say. And it's telling you right there. And you never fill out a no T I say when you spell it K-N-O-W-T I say. Yeah, you see? Get to know yourself. I've just given you notice. T say ipsum. That's your very soul they've ripped out of you. So, anyone want to file a notice? Didn't think so. How would you do that? You'd have to commit fraud and use something illegal. Do it like a legal name or a title or something. Well, if you want to play in the legal world, you better have a bar card. If you don't, you're practicing law without a license, and that's illegal too. I mean, there's an easy one. Any of these papers want an easy yes. I don't. Thanks. Huh? I'm not asking for something legal. I don't practice legal. I'm not here. Have a nice day. And those things, little traps that they have put on us, like the registrations of cars and life, those are all void. None of that shit matters. Period. It's over. It's done. We've unveiled all of this shit. From ripping the VINs off to fucking live on air with ripped VINs and everything, high profile mark, no touch. No, because I was the head of the T cell. I was in the protect intersection in the physical that was showing me my spiritual. Yeah, don't worry, that T cell wrapped around them and crushed them. Mama, Christmas is sweet that way. She takes care of her kids. As long as her kids behave. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. Yeah, well, hey, I don't say anything beyond that. Be told to be good for goodness sake is oxymoronic in itself. That should be your natural state of being, and that sentence is never required. Just like that. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. I can make it difficult for you. Okay, anyone that wants to ask me a question about going to court, my answer to you is this. What are you, nuts? And I'm being very, very light with that, too. What are you, nuts? Hanging out with the Isle home nutty, the Illuminati? Yeah, the home of the nuts? No, you're the Truman Show here, kids. T-R-O-U-E. Oh, yeah, it's right there. That's the Truett. The Truett self. The Druid. See, we don't need to draw it, though. We don't need to spell it out for you either. We don't need to take you and your truth and cut it in two by flipping out the D for the T and the T for the D in Druid. At least not what the Druids are. The Druids. They drew up the idea of the ID. You know, the plant worshippers. Oh, it's crazy shit, man. It's just now true it. And true it, you will get home. T, truth, R, ro, spirit breath, 4, heart, 4 chambers, quad, tet, in one letter. I can keep going with the layers if you want. It's intent with a leg to stand on. You know, P being penis, masculine, meaning intent. And R is a penis with a leg to stand on. The truth gives you a leg to stand on. And then when you wrap it around, you finally become the 13, the B. And you'll see creation has you in the infinity of the mirror of itself, himself, herself, itself, and the symbol of 3 reversed against you, the I, the self. That's where you be. 13. You, masculine, electricity, masculine. Feminine energy to a masculine intent. Electrons travel to make electricity, and electrons are feminine, where masculine is electrical. So that's the guise of the feminine. In the guise of the feminine, the masculine of the feminine, the masculine of the feminine. U, international symbol for electricity. You'll see the kosher fucks using that one a lot. Circle U, circle K, circle C, circle jerk, circle fuck, circle whatever. Their wagons are circled perfectly for this T cell to come in and wrap it and burn it. I, the self, with heaven above, the small I, and the sun above. T in the law of truth. So there's your true it. And hopefully that's not too confusing for people. It's just letter by letter when you understand what this... And you don't need to know much about this. It's not very complicated. Jesus. How many shows have I done? And how many things have I covered?
You just got to read the essay.
I mean, read the essays and...
that.
I mean...
And write your own book.
Like, how many... I just got over... the amount of things that I've covered over the years. You know, the letter, I looked at the letter A in my mind, and I thought, okay, well, there's AHA, there's a DNA, Jacob's Ladder, there's the H, the A, King Menace, and Armored Mallet, the Scorpion King, the whole Zodiac, everything. This all piles in at once, by the way. This is one basket in one letter. So simply put, the A is the Christ or the Antichrist, that which climbs you up Jacob's Ladder or falls you down. B, the state of being, or the 13, which is the separated B. Put the Ophiuchus, the Ophis, Icus, Ophi, Fucus, Ophusus. Really? No thanks. Heavenly, yes. Earthly, no. Nothing here for me. It's a filthy little world. Have a look around. I mean, all you got to do is, here, let's open up the garbage can and see what we got there. Here, I was on Revelation. Let me finish that shit up. This is, I'll go on this tonight. What have we got here, by the way? 22 minutes, 26 seconds to roll over. 347-637-3265 to call in. BTR listener is 054 tonight. Sorry about last night. We do our best here, you know. Why don't you just click on the link and hit Skype anyway? That's what I'm just kidding. It's all good. Lazy fuck. Anyway, we do what we do to help out. That's all. You know, don't expect it. But isn't it nice when it's sitting there waiting for you? Even if we screw up, but we didn't really, because it showed the quad yesterday of the double up 29 to the 58, which it was. But that's okay. Just want to make sure that you don't think we're making mistakes ever, because we don't. You just have to see the contrast to find the truth between it. And why? Why was that a mistake? Well, it wasn't. I prove it. It's a contrast. It's a fine adjustment. What was I watching? Kind of in the submarine sort of thing these days. I'll get back to Revelations. I'll let that fractal fix itself. I haven't sat on it long enough, that's why. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them. The judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls. That's what I was doing. Je suis, I am. Okay? Anytime you see Jesus in the Bible, that's you, the I am itself. Anytime you see God, there we went full circle on the tet. That's why we had to do that. God is truth, exposed in the letter, Phoenician letter tet. X inside the circle, life inside the womb of creation herself. All wrapped up, snug as a bug. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus. I am. Yeah, you've noticed that, haven't you? Felt that? Yep. And for the word of truth, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. Christ mind, and thou sand, thou divine feminine mind, ye ours. It's got nothing to do with time, okay? Remove the time out of it and you'll see it. Thou, self, S, divine feminine, and becomes ant-man, if you will. And ye ours. It's not a time, it's what ye are ye. Ye are ye of the Most High in divine feminine. And reign with Christ. That's it. There's no time there. But the rest of the dead lived not again until 2,000 years were finished. This is the resurrection. That's the beast. Blessed and holy that part in the first resurrection. Death hath no power. But they shall be priests of truth and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Again, going back to the in the mind of creation itself that you are. That's a state of being. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed from prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations, 4 quarters of the earth, 4 corners of the heart. Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Oh yeah, Gog and Magog. That's the synagogue. Synagogue. It's all the same God shit to me. And they went up to the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. The devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Well, there you go. And that's a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whom the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. I have no place for humans. Yes? I didn't think so. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were opened. Better not be in this. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. That's your own. And the dead were judged out of those things which are written in the books according to their works, their actions. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and the dead and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. We're pulling it all home, kids. And they were judged every man according to their works. Long sleep for some. And again, back to 15. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death, of which you will not be part of. And whosoever was not found in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. That's those in the book of Anubis. Those that know and knew the truth and did nothing beyond carrying on as usual. Sure hope you lived a blessed life, helping many. Because really it's going to be the only thing that will save the innocent. The true intention, even living in this Luciferian world. From there, well, it's can't help you. Already did. You refused it. You didn't refuse it at the same time. You more like refused it, threw it in the bin. Not a good place to throw anything, especially truth. You know, it's not like we're not trying to help anything, you know. Just saying. Let's check the garbage can, speaking of. You guys having fun tonight? Is this kind of a good groove to be in? Okay, I just... I never know.
Flowing right along.
Just do the best I can and get too outside the bow for people, you know. It's not easy to hover in the literal, you know.
Yeah.
It really is. Because you're too busy solving your game. It's like, whoa, all the time. Yeah, well, it's not loading up. I don't know what's going on there. And you guys already did the announcement for the rollover. Do it again, because it's time to snip the nip in the bud. Speaking of the bud,
okay.
Nip it in the bud, Nip it in the bud, eh? Nip it in the bud, eh? Yeah. Phonics time. Go ahead.
All right. Is Shocked on the board? No? Okay. All right. GNIP, call-in phone number 914-803-4058. And we'll get the BTR as soon as the show's up and running.
When we get it.
Whenever.
Yeah. Here's the new game. Be the first to find the BTR for everybody else, and you'll notice that nobody will have to ask again. Funny that. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Alex Jones Show, Wednesday, 415, Steve Quayle. Well, Steve, he's got a kind of an interesting, very literal overview of things, so that'd probably be very interesting. Yeah, Quayle. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. Jim Fetzer, VT, unleashes fire hose of truth. What, are you talking about the legal name fraud there, or Jimmy? Probably not. Yeah, well, I guess you're unleashing the wrong fire hose. Who are you fucking with that fire hose? But anyway, here we go. Secret sex magic rituals of the Illuminati. Warning, graphic video. Please. We just say it's vile. Why are you bothering? Sky to turn blood red across world this Easter. Did the Bible predict? No, Bible doesn't predict anything because it's already a pre-ordained. That's what dict is. It's intention of the purest. Was it pre-intended? Yes, of course it was. That's when you become the pro-fightee, the pro-fight, right? Profit. It becomes a different game. What you are is for the creation of truth, pro-fightee. The destruction of truth is pro-fight, for the fight. Truth doesn't fight. Truth wins. No fight. Ever. Truth is pure benevolent peace. Nothing can touch it. Nothing can fight it. And like pure magic, all evil falls away from you. Why we're all deficient in magnesium. Well, I'm telling you why. Because they're all sucking on the copper and the iron rod called legal name. Well, humanity, present company excluded. I know who's sucking on the whore. Alert, America's about to be invaded by Central American forces. Ka, force, yeah. Well, spirit for creation, absolutely. Explosive breaking news, Nazi paperclip, NSA direct attack on the American people. You could make this shit up if you tried. Yeah, the U.S. dollar will no longer be world reserve currency. Yes, we know. It's we're ripping the knickers right off it from the before Christ birth certificate thing. Yes. Look at us moving before Christ, ahead of the BC. Funny that. That's called ab initio, by the way, since before it happened. Aliens attack India, kill 7 people. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, just this world is ripping apart at the seams. It's easy to watch it. Anyway, I just rambling here. So, what direction do you guys want to go in as far as phonics, more clarity on why legal name use is pure soul death, illegal, etc.? Is there anything you guys want me to go over? We got 11 minutes, 25 seconds to roll over, just to let you know. Guys, you direct me here. And Shocked is on the board, by the way.
Awesome.
Fine, fuck it, I'll smoke a bowl.
There you go.
Yay.
I have a question. Hello.
Hi, and this is a question that you've already answered yourself. You're just looking for clarification, right?
Okay, for the announcing the legal name fraud, to voice it to people in the physical, okay, for them to lift the veil of the insecurity that they will automatically have as a flash coming down upon them. How can they feel secure or embraced in this truth?
Well, again, I'm more along the lines of ridiculing legal name. I see. For me, it's not in as serious as it is, and it is. There's nothing that gets a dragon to rear its head faster than something like use a legal name. What are you fucking idiot? Kind of approach, and that's my approach. It's insanity. What am I going to do? Praise insanity or ridicule it? I ridicule it. And as important as the message is, and it is, nothing gets a message across faster than, a couple of people standing around laughing at something because they're using a legal name. They get real uncomfortable. They don't feel like they're part of the group. That's called peer pressure. So we put a little pressure on the ships beside the pier, get them out of their wharf Klingon mind and get them out into the neutral zone. That's where the Romulans, Klingons, and humans can't go. Skills. See, you're the neutral, the one that holds the great and the weak force in place. Without you, nothing exists. See how important you are now? See, the more neutral you become, the more weak force, strong force in the physical kind of idea starts to take effect, and atomic structures start to fall apart. And those atomic structures come in the form of systems. They come in the form of courts. They come in the form of governments and wars and murder and death. And these atomic structures, ideas that were built on ideas, start to fall away, because there's nothing binding. The neutron binds the more complex atoms together, holds them in place. Without the neutron, you're back down to hydrogen. One atom, or one proton, one electron. So that's what you're doing. You're actually taking this right down to its burnable state. Hydrogen. Right? Hydrogenetic. Hydrogen. The high Trojan. That's what you are. You are the high Trojan horse. And I know that's probably a very large concept for some people to grasp. but I use the physical only as a mirror of the spiritual. What I see is the effect. All things in physical are effect only. You have the illusion of cause in the physical. Well, built a house. Well, yeah, you grab a hammer and some fucking sticks and put it together, yeah. You caused a house to go up, yes, in the physical. So it was an effect to create another effect. So it's a cause trapped within the effect itself. Where I speak from is seeing that from a spiritual perspective of what are you building? Are you building somebody else's idea? Which I did many times. Built a lot of my own, too, in the physical sense. But I was still at effect to the effect of this place, and only when we rise above it used to become the causal position. Again, and you got to get neutral. And you got to be you. You can't do this any other way. It's the only way that gets you there is truth. And I'll tell you what's true. And if you are a part of it, thinking you are it, and I do like to always pre-qualify this so people can see where they are. The answer to oneself is simply this. Are you that legal name you used to think you were in the most literal sense any longer? No. Can you still use? Yeah, of course you can. Because it's not you. The fraud's revealed. You're free and clear. Double jeopardy, right? You can't be accused of the same crime twice, right? I already know you're innocent by the deception of the system. So all of that guilt is removed from you of any use of any legal name whatsoever. You see it? As soon as you see that, you know that. Now, can you be guilty of doing it willfully? No. So it's double jeopardy. You can't be charged with the same crime twice. That's their catch-22. That's where they're fucked. So now you're not of Babylon, but you're still in it. Now you can use the tools within Babylon to destroy her. Have fun. Because I know you're not the legal name, a legal name. And you're certainly not going to get charged with the same crime twice. Because you know it's a crime to use it. And you stopped using it in the most literal way, didn't you? Yes. Because it wasn't a crime. So you found your own heart in the truth of that. That's all you needed to find was, yeah, that is a crime. I don't want to do that. You feel a resistance, you know? But once you get past that little threshold, now you wield. You're the Zulu army, baby. And you can turn that on and off at will. Watch. Go in and open a bank account. Come back out. Cop stand there. Are you a legal name? No. I don't commit fraud. Well, what'd you just do? Well, it's none of your fucking business. Have a nice day. As long as you were separated from it in the mind, that's all you need to be. The mind and heart. As soon as you're separated from it and your intent is to the truth, get the word out. Just, you know, there's so many of us out there now. Just, hey, did you know that using a legal name is actually illegal? And you're committing fraud doing so, practicing law without a bar card, without a license. You know, that's pretty literal. It's pretty true, too. It's absolutely true. You know, when did you get legal training to sign legal documents with all the fine print? They didn't teach you that in kindergarten, did they? When you were writing your name for the first time? Do you remember that? Do you remember some Crown attorney coming in and addressing all of the kindergarten kids saying, listen, you need to know that using this name at any point in your life without a bar card is a criminal act, and you will always be guilty of any crime we choose to put on you. Okay? And, of course, even a kindergarten kid would say, fuck you. You know, the truly innocent, okay. But then there's those of us that kick our kindergarten teachers that weren't buying much at that time anyway. So that's just how it rolls. Just do the work. That's all you need to do. You're no longer of Nicodemus reality. That's where you turned the corner. That's where you found the last corner of your heart. You turned the last corner. You opened up the flower. And we watch every day as this world just crashes down around itself because the complex atoms, the constructs of the spiritual atom world in its mirror. Remember, physical is a mirror of the spiritual. It's coming apart at the seams. So I dismantle the constructs in the spiritual anagogic and watch them in the physical effect. And now you get to witness your own effects, the true effects of a system shutting down around you. Was I surprised it was in the Cornwall region? No. Man, we got a whole lot of suitcase nukes in that area. Camped out and everything. Talk about 101st Airborne. Yeah, the Battle of the Bulge. That was the final attempt at the bull trying to break free. It's always about bulges with these guys. Look at the size of my bulge. Well, it's just guys. 90 seconds. Guys on guys here anyway, so funny that. You know, in this world it all smells fishy to me, so I just get out of it.
Your jokes are hilarious.
Yeah, very few people get them, but I know a few that will. Oh, you got the joke. Oh, stop speaking with the cloven hoof, will you? Oh, man. That makes the maw gape, doesn't it? Look at that. Maw. Mouth. Shut your maw. You'll get mauled at the mall. Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah, what is the maw? L. That's the L. Mouth of Lucifer. What, do you hang out at the mall? Well, don't hang out there. You get mauled. Black Friday especially. Oh, fuck. It's, well, I mean, really, what do I say? What do I do? Do you find that you go on and just, yeah, whatever. I'm good.
You're good.
So you just look around. It's so ridiculous. This whole 10 seconds to roll over. So 26 callers. Yeah, that'll keep us occupied, I think. Not that there's many of us talking here, but
what's wrong with this? Yeah, they're so quiet. Jump in.
Well, to be fair, what I've noticed lately is so many more of you are drifting, and I don't want to interrupt your drift. So I get it. You know, it feels good to drift, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the newer ones, drifting is when we're kind of on the same page, just kind of floating through the same deconstructing of the bullshit reality.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
You know, I can't tell what you're seeing, but know what you're seeing. It's completely different, but it's exactly the same. And it's quite something. It's quite something. Certainly something I never expected. That's what presents are. Oh, was not expecting that. I know, it's your favorite. Yeah, happy endings. So I'm going to grab a coffee. Just went into the rollover. So come on in, guys, and tell us about your day. I'd love to hear about your life experience getting the word out.
Okay. Had to pick up my daughter and driving across town. This young man sitting on the corner, he has this little sign that says, "Anything will help." Oh, perfect. Come here. I hand him a brochure and some cash. I told him, read that. And I'm at a red light. He takes the $20, throws that in his pocket, and starts unfolding the pamphlet. So, it was beautiful to watch. He listened real well. Anybody else out there? No? Hello? Oh, hi.
Hey. Perfect timing. Yeah. Tell you what. Try to balance a cigarette on the side of a Bic lighter while it's lying down. Better yet, spin it once to make it. Yeah, it's so funny. I set the lighter down. I set the smoke down on top of the lighter, and it spun once, and it just stayed right on top of the lighter. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Now try to do that, but you know it's possible because I just did it without trying.
At this, okay, with a I don't know if it's soft-boiled egg or hard-boiled egg, but at the spring equinox, if you have a level surface, you can stand an egg upright, and it won't wobble. It'll just balance perfect. Saying.
Yeah, it's because it's in its.
I remember doing that.
Equilibrium, where things come into balance, complete balance, literally twice a year. And what's happening now is we are forcing the spring equinox balance back into alignment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody see? That's what I was going to do. Go to. Oh, yeah, of course. What a pain in the ass. Email. Anyway, the latest I posted the link yesterday from what's his name? IKTTW something, whatever it is. The Planet X and the Nibiru system. That was another one too. Music Player 79. Put one out yesterday. Have a look. It's gorgeous. Have a look. See for yourself. It's beautiful. Dancing.
Yeah, we're seeing the same horizon. He's fairly nearby, and so yeah, I love those videos. I'm gonna have to take a look.
Yeah, he always gets beautiful tapestries and canvases of the sky. It's just beautiful to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Did I? Yeah, I did. I posted it yesterday. It's the Planet X and the Nibiru system. And they're what I like about them, they're not short videos, but they're not long ones that are just annoying. You know, like I don't know how many Nibiru type people that are posting videos that you needed 10 seconds to see what they were showing, and it's a fucking 10-minute video. It's kind of funny. You go from Nibiru searching to talking about your dog. What is that? Did anybody notice that?
I didn't see. No.
What happened, Igor? Somebody get to you? You go from all this mind-exploding videos and call out to need help for videos and funding and stuff, and then the next video, too, you put up is of your dog. But thank you, because I'll tell you what that meant was, because that dog, it's Croatian or Slovakian, one of the Slav languages he speaks, and there's the dog can understand it where I can't. It's pretty neat. Right? So there's a dog who knows more, Slav than I do. I don't know what sit is. I don't know what fetch or, run around here. But the dog knew what was going on. Both the dogs knew what was going on. So that was a phonetic clue for me. Thanks, Igor. But I also thought it was rather funny that you go from exposing Nibiru to, this is my dog. It was such a profound contrast. That's the last thing I was expecting from Igor, but it also made perfect sense as to why, because the change was so contrasted. Yeah. It told me everything I needed in the anagoge, which is quite funny. So there you go. Oh, and Joe Roulette Sr. just uploaded, so there must be some activity in the heavens. Let's just see. It's UFO hovers. Yeah. Boy, don't be a faint heart on this one, guys. Just stay the course. It's a crazy place, all right? And D has been absolutely out the yin-yang busy. Oh, suspicious observers. This is the second one today. State of the observers. Huh. Well, I'd say Q1 2015. Yeah, Q her up. I'm good. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. I just... Here's one for you. Phonetically, here's a little mention. Should you choose to adopt it, Jimmy. Take the word Esquire and find the Scarecrow, Man, and Cowardly Lion in the phonics. You will. I'll give you a couple of clues. Break the word apart, because you have who in there, by the way. S-Ki-Ro-E. Who are you? Who are consciousness? Ki-Aro. Ki-Aro. Don't get slack on this, guys. Use it all. What is a choir? Well, it's a group of people singing, or it is a what? A ream. Ooh, that hurt. Of paper. Esquire. E-S or S by itself. Esquire, Esquire. So you can put an E in front of it now, too. So, again, sound the spell, then respell all the sounds. Esk, E-S-K, C-H-O-I-R. Yep, Esquire. That'll work. How about S-C-H? Geez, almost like school. Yeah. S-C-H-U-I-R-E. Yeah, that works. Esquire. See what I mean? So use KW. Throw the Kitchener-Waterloo in. The Berlin and Blucher coming in. There's Brucker and Blucher. Oh yeah. This is my own experience going fractal, because a lot of stuff's just connecting when I do this. I'm so selfish of me. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's all good. Bluebird, Blucher. Anyway, look for the Scarecrow. You'll find it. The Tin Man, Stanum, Stantibus, Stanic, Tannic, Titanic. All of these things. You will find all of these things in Squire. Explode the word. You'll see for yourself. You don't need one letter to go fractal with it all, but there's a handful. S-Q-U-I-R-E. There's a half a dozen letters. If you can't get the whole universe out of half a dozen letters, you're not that fucking clever after all. Because they're all in there. Because I can eventually get the whole alphabet in that word. I can get the whole alphabet in the letter A. All I have to do is expand it. A, E-H. Let me see. E-H. Eh. Well, it sounds like there's another E on the end of that, too. A, A-Y-E. Oh, look, I brought an H and a Y in. And it goes on from there. Because the Y also has the J sound. J, because the Wan, there's the W, and the Yon, and the Han. Jesus, Jesus, and Wazus. One letter. Fractal out of one letter. Y becomes the J. Becomes the W-H-Y as well. So you brought the H and the Y, the W in anyway. I just showed you how you could do it phonetically. It was already there in the one letter. Yah. Yahweh. Jesus. Jesus. Wazus. Simply direction of I am, where there is nothing separate in my reality. Numbers and names are words like all the others. None greater or lesser. Because every number is a word. Respell every number and you will see it. And the numbers, funny enough, mimic letters, don't they? One is the I with a base and a little hook on the top. The 2 is a right-angled Z. Smoothed out on the top and left square on the bottom. Backwards S. 3, backwards Z. 4, well, that's Rho, Greek letter spirit breath. 5, that's just there's the mirror. 2, the S with a right angle at the top. The 2 is a Z with a round top. There's Little Round Top. Let's get to Gettysburg, shall we? The Battle of Little Round Top. Yeah, it was all about the flank and the hook and the wing. So you'll see all of these things in one fractal. This is pretty expansive stuff. Sorry about this, guys. But anyway, I'll just carry on. Where was I going? 4, 5, 6. Well, lowercase a. Backwards. 7, upside down. 8. Well, it's 2 3s facing each other, the E3. Of course, it has a consuming sound in it as well. 9, well, that's your or backwards E. 6 is the backwards A, 9 is the backwards E, lowercase. And of course the O, 0, 1, hooked again. So every one of the numbers is a word. It's also a letter, manipulated. That's what made you number. That's what separated, what made the geometrical rule the rhyme. You see, when you are with creation, you've no need to question the rhyme and reason of anything. Where all rhyme and reason are concerned in one, truth. Some pretty profound stuff, eh? Yeah, it's funny. I in all my searching, I'd never heard of Fulcanelli. Funny
that was beautiful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just in case anybody thinks I don't have anything to learn, are you fucking kidding me? I just started. I have just started to learn. It's beautiful. And these confirmations come in, and it's like, oh, I never knew that. And of course, I went through a whole list of Kabbalah, Cowbell, Kabbalah, Sabbalah. It's all about the phonetics, the resonance and the assonance versus the literal. Because only in the resonance and the assonance will it carry across all of creation. And again, I'll go back to my own voice. You'll hear the high and the low. I have no mid-range in my voice. I know that from studio work. It's rather annoying. Because of such a separation. If you listen closely, you'll hear the high and low voice working in unison. The low voice is, again, like a foghorn, is the one that carries in the furthest distance. That's why when you listen closely to any of these talking heads, listen for the very low in their voice. And that's the carrier wave. The high wave is that's the high road, low road. You take the high road, I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you. That's the whole allegory of the lower voice carrying faster than the higher voice. So it's up there first. It travels over longer distances. That's why foghorns are so low. They're longer waves. They travel further. So what we're doing is shorten that wave into a neutral. Cool, huh? It's a thought waves. Once you get control of it, you'll see this for yourself. It's not science, guys. It's not. It sounds like it's so profoundly difficult, and it's so profoundly simple. That's the problem. Just play with your crayons. And I know the ones that have. It's very obvious. Oh, here we go. Get slacking here at the board. Come on in, guys. I'm shutting up now.
Who else is out there? Say hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hey. This is yeah. I've been playing with changing my name.
Oh.
So, yeah. I'm testing Flame to see how it goes, and it feels good. It feels good.
Beautiful.
I used to call myself Rafa for the for the ones who've heard me before.
Ah.
And
good to hear you as always.
Sorry, what did you say?
Good to hear you as always. Flame's a good one, especially when you start messing around with the pledge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Fairo am me. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Or
well,
try this one out. Fool am me. FL, fool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think
Tricky
I'll be
bastards
playing...
put the vowels.
Go on.
So I was just going to say, the tricky bastards put the vowels for you where I remove them.
Okay. I'll be playing more with the phonetics when we start playing more into, when we get together and do the one in Italian. Because I found that my brain started clicking on a few things when I was talking with Alessandro Di Gaia. I was chatting with him on Skype earlier today. So let's see
I
when
was
that...
I was wondering who was going to come to bat with Alessandro, because he's been waiting for someone to come in and do it in Italian, because you guys are on the ball here, okay?
Yeah,
I mean, you guys are literally on the ball.
And I've contacted Francesco as well, so he's also interested and chatting on Facebook. He mentioned his brother and sister and a couple of other people, so sounds really brilliant, but there's something to do with network connections, whatever. When the time is right, and it's now, it will happen. It's happening.
Oh yeah, again, it's in perfect order. Quick question for everybody: has anyone ever heard the aviation term about keeping it on the ball, keeping your foot on the ball?
No, I haven't.
What it means is you in the plane you've got a bubble. Okay, it's for level flight, right?
Okay.
And when you step on the ball, what you're doing there is trimming out in perfect level flight, so that when you're turning, it's how do you describe this? It's keeping the ball in the bubble while you're turning. It's hard to describe, but anyway, it's about stepping on the ball or stepping on the bubble, and it's about keeping your plane level in perfect level flight. Okay,
I get it. I'm more into helicopters, but I've never tried a plane, but I get the idea.
The thing about a helicopter is helicopters are more regarding level flight anyway, except when they're turning and what have you. Because you can do you can do with a helicopter what you can do with a plane, because all a helicopter is a plane with wings that rotate.
Yeah.
It's not a fan; those are wings rotating. So it's the plane, and it has to have its counterbalance too. That's the tail, right? To keep it from spinning out. So this is you adjusting. Yeah, I'll talk helicopters with you. Yeah, a helicopter is the inverse of a plane. A helicopter is the mirror opposite of a fixed wing aircraft.
Yeah, makes sense.
And a fixed plane, you have a fixed tail and fixed wings with a rotating fan.
Propeller, engine, whatever.
Yeah, whereas with a helicopter, you have a rotating fan on the tail to keep it straight, and the wings are rotating, creating the torque that the tail is used to keep the helicopter from spinning out. So it's using all the same things, completely opposite. The propeller's on the back of the helicopter, where it's on the front of a plane. It's on the tail of the helicopter in order to keep the torque. See, this is the propeller that creates a torque in a fixed wing being used to take the torque out of a rotating wing. It's a complete opposite. Helicopter is completely opposite of an aircraft.
Yeah. That's right.
Flies the same way, though. So there's your upside down. Yeah, well, they do. They fly the same way. You got foot rudders, joystick. Everything works the same way.
Okay.
The difference is with a helicopter is you can hover, can't you?
Yeah. And take off like pigeons can do, like straight up.
VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing.
Some of them. Not all planes can do that.
Well, yeah, again, this is vertical takeoff landing. It can be used in a Harrier jump jet using the jets, but it's still the same. It's all the same cause effect. Just played out in different. They're doing is they're all producing the same effect.
Yeah. What were you saying about your father?
He always wanted to take up helicopter flying. Never got around to it, but I did finally get him up in 172 for a fly around, And I had a great time. He'd never been up in a small airplane before. So I had one of the instructors grabbed one of the 172s for a couple of hours and took my dad up.
Ah, sweet. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good time. He really had a good time. You know, it's I think looking throughout my entire life at all the people with the potential and all the beautiful things, and I just saw them get caught in the rut. And I mean, the whole thing about the band, pulling hen's teeth with these guys sometimes to keep playing. And I couldn't understand that, you know, because we have shows, it was great, and then there was always something they had something to bitch about. It's like, fuck, man. Quit if you want thing. I'll find someone else who wants to have fun. I don't give a shit. You know, you're my friends. I wanted to hang out with my friends doing this, you know. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's the programming for you most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, so this whole, let me know when you and Alessandro want the tape, and we'll get you guys set up. And if you could, do you know the little blurb that I send out for each show? It's always the same one. It's the...
yeah. Translate that one. Yeah.
Tonight we discussed the dualistic realities of our world.
Yeah.
If you just don't worry about see you there, Kate, whatever. Just to keep the same premise going with everybody and to give them the concept. If you can give me a written form of that, I can use that to start the show and promote it for you. Okay?
Sure.
And I'll fill the board for you. And I'd love to hear this in Italian. French is beautiful. Dutch is beautiful. I can hardly wait for a show in Italian.
Yeah. I'll let you know as soon as we can pull it together.
Okay,
I know that there's some internet issues, whatever, but we are working on it.
As creating wills, it's all good. Just go with the flow. And here's the two or more gathered in the presence of truth. This is your established. It's established. I think that's a great idea. Anybody else? Yeah, we too.
And also, I did something to put the universe in the right direction. So, long story short, my mother died a couple of weeks ago. I had the choice of how to do and deal with the inheritance and stuff like that. My brother is still over there in the land of the macaroni. So basically, I decided to, not accept the inheritance, and I decided I chose to use the passport to go to the embassy, sign the papers so that stuff could be bounced back to him. And I did it with a light heart. Took me a while, but okay. And basically, I went there, I had the appointment, blah, 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 papers, passport shown with the intent that that's not me, whatever. And I had my trump card. So when we were finished, the clerk was a nice guy, whatever. And I said, by the way, have you ever heard of legal name fraud? What? Legal name fraud? Yeah. No, I haven't. Okay, I have a little folder for you. And the guy, although he works for years, you look at him, you think he's Italian. His Italian is perfect. He has even a Roman accent, but he's Dutch. So I gave it to him in Dutch, and his comment was, so I can understand it. That was it. And then just before walking out, I said Babylon is fallen in Italian with all the other forms that are there on the desk for people that are waiting in line and blah, blah, blah. And then I walked out. So that's, some more intention to spread in that area as well.
Yeah, each one of those is a powerful fractal, one domino. This is what it means to just plant one seed, because what happens with the one seed you plant, that's the apple seed that you plant in the orchard that grows very quickly into the tree, and it starts bearing fruit, and the fruit is the next one they talk to, which becomes apple, then the seed once it clicks to plant the seed there, and that grows, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's a fact. So plant the right apple trees. And getting people the truth is the only apple tree worth planting, where our fields have been raped and pillaged with poison and evil. So this is And it's not a self-righteous thing either. This is just simply a choice within self to go, not going to do that. There's nothing self-righteous. It is all self-righteous within self, but there's nothing self-righteous outside of self with me. It's, well, that's not what I would do, but, have at her. What more can I say? What more can I do? Nothing. So why worry about it? Just go along with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
I accept all of creation as creation accepts itself. The demon will accept itself as what it is, so will the saint. So it doesn't matter to me. It's not my choice to make. It's yours. I've made mine. You've made yours. I've made mine. And that's it. I leave it there. And there's no judgment there. And there's no bickering or quarreling. There's no defending. I don't want to hear it. I'm okay with your choice. As long as you're okay with your choice, I'm okay with your choice. Leave me out of it. I'm not interested in any excuses. I think this in the same way. Do you remember the story about the guy in the prison cell that told the guy that was talking about trying to justify raping a 9-year-old girl in the bunk below him, and the guy told him to shut up, didn't want to hear about it, any more venom coming out of his face, and the guy kept going, trying to justify why he raped a child, a 9-year-old little girl. And this guy got off the bunk, got down, fucking cold cuffed him in the head a couple of times, and choked the life out of him. And then went back to fucking bed. That's how I treat every demon. I'm not interested. I'm gonna choke you off right there. I'm gonna choke the life out of every excuse that you think you can come at me with, because I don't want to hear lies. You keep that to yourself. That's your business. Don't make your lies mine, because I'm going to make it really uncomfortable for you to do that. Because here's the thing about the truth. You stand there. Every lie is exposed. So if you don't want to know the answer to a question, don't ask me, because I will only tell you the truth in its purest, simplest, most literal way. Not going to cover it with little white lies. Well, it's not a nice thing you're doing. I just call it, you're a parasite. See that in you. And leave it there. I'm not interested. I'm not here to judge. That was me that I had to sort out. I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want to do with the rest of your existence that is very short in the very literal sense of the physical reality. Enjoy it while you can, or change your direction and maybe consider an immortal aspect of yourself instead. And what can I do to twist your arm? Nothing. What would I do? Nothing. I mean, hell, I spent years twisting everybody's arm to at least have a look at this thing. I don't need to twist arms anymore. The truth is self-evident. When you look at this, you will see it for yourself. And we can do this in the most literal way that is real to everybody in this literal world. That's the catch-22 that fucks the system. It is illegal to use a legal name, and we can prove it legally. And the mere fact that you were practicing law using legal documents, ever went for a bank loan, ever signed up a kid for registration at school, these are all legal documents. You've been practicing law without a license. You can do none of these things. Where you have been assumed and presumed into a position of doing that, thinking that's what everybody else is doing, yet at the same time not realizing that you are costing yourself and the rest of humanity its soul. Where I chose to not be a part of that, where I knew that I am one part of the fractal of it all, therefore at cause over it all, as part of it all, without trespass on your free will choice to choose immortality or doom. My hands are clean. I will not soil my hands any further. I will help those that are helping others, and only those that are helping others. That's how it works. Anyone that takes anything of me, from me, that is not helping another, is a debt they are incurring that they have to settle with themselves. So, are you a creator or a parasite? One or the other. Because a creator doesn't consume itself. It creates its own sustenance, its own abilities. That's what life is. That's what life meant to be, as I could tell. So there it is. You can tell people in the most literal way. And how hard is it now just to tell people, have you heard about the legal name fraud? Most importantly, you know exactly why you're saying that. Even more importantly, you can back it up in more ways than you can count. And if you want, I can spend all the time in the world going through any of these criminal codes and show you how everyone using a legal name is guilty of every one of the crimes on their books. Well, why bother? Because I already know that. I've studied enough of it to know that. It's a farce. The whole legal dead world, this hierarchical caste system of kings, queens, popes, and ministers, clerics and clergy, and bullshit, and bishops, and cardinals, and the rest of these fucking monkey demons, they're doomed. The Pharisees burn. The Pharisees and the fallacies, left and right, of the physical burns. It's done. And all I'm doing is throwing as much naphtha and napalm on this motherfucker as I can, doing my little part in the grand scheme of it all. Just like you. Just like me. Intolerant to bullshit. And that's where I stand. And I'll still have a smile on my face. You can lie right to my face, and I'll smile right back at you. Because I don't care. Because I can always say this, and in pure vindication of self, sure didn't I fucking tell you? Didn't I try? Didn't I fight to tell you this? I can answer yes. And so can many of you now. Every one of you doing the work, yes, you can all answer that same question the same way. Yes. Sure, didn't you fucking tell them? There is no guilt there. There is only removal of it. This is the gilded cage being opened. The bluebird flies home. It's a very simple thing. Summed it up in Revelations. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Only those with a legal name thinking they are worshiping it and not doing anything about it, period. Well, that's what they get. Because they still haven't got over the first death. Their soul is dead with the legal name. The most important part of this whole exposure was the fact that the real fraud was revealed. That set the innocents free. So it wasn't simply about setting oneself free. Yes, that's the source of it. When one thinks in terms of self and all as women, that's where I think from, and I know many of you do, it had to be for everyone. And the mere fact that the legal world exists, that the hierarchy exists, is all the proof of intent to deceive and steal from creation itself. And if you're part of that infrastructure, well, then you burn with it. That's how it works. I'm good. Doing my best. It's not a self-righteous thing. It's why do I do this? That's the only reason why. I was asking myself that last night. Why do I still do? Do I need to stop? Do I need to? And and then that whole weight of, am I doing enough or am I doing too much? Am I, removing myself from the equation? See what best serves humanity. The only thing that ever comes back is stay the course. Okay. As grinding as it can get some days, just stay the course. Okay. And all the reasons I need to do this become self-evident anyway. I see the world change. I see these fucking pedos getting carried by them dead. I see court systems nervous about collapsing because without paper, there's a trail to follow. And that's the only path they know, following little paper trails. Hansel and Gretel, following their breadcrumbs to hell. Me, I don't do that. I don't eat from the gingerbread house anymore. I don't take of the candy, the canned eye. Yeah, if your eyes are canned, well, Guess what? Caned. That wasn't a lot of fun in school. Had that experience a few times. You know. Pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yes.
There's nobody. Yeah, there's nobody in this real reality. You could sit across the table from a Dean Clifford, from anybody, any of these guys. Oh, maybe not Dean much right now. I'm not sure where he is. I'll know Dean Clifford when he knows he's not Dean Clifford, and not before it. And you, like I, will show who you are. It's what? Your actions. You know, so he's almost there. Or he isn't. I don't know. Don't care. It's my wish. I mean, it was my wish. Hey, here's the truth. Lose the name, win the game. I told you. My job at that point is done. If you heard the words off the tip of my tongue and lips, physically or either on paper, then you know. Where I have spoken, so have you. And when you have spoken this truth, there is no taking it back. There's no giving it back from the one that hears it. It's there. Now there is only commission of a crime where omission has been removed. The ignorance is gone. Now, when one is no longer ignorant of a crime they were committing unknowingly and certainly unintentionally, when they hear this truth, that changes from ignorance to knowing complicit by commission of, in the act of doing the crime knowingly. Intent is proven there. Your actions show that. So I can speak this in full legal if you want. Doesn't matter to me. Makes sense in the anagogic and the literal and the common speak and the allegory and all of it. It all makes sense. And once you see that, just that, you're fine. All you have to get the idea. Hey, yeah, it is illegal to do that. Yeah, they do have a legal point there. Yes, we do. It's illegal to do anything illegal. Even to have a bar card. Because in order to get one, you had to be doing the original sin to begin with to get one. They were doing legal things before they went to law school. They were practicing law without a license. So what's the difference? No difference. Just the illusion of some special card that gives them a special... No, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know it, I know it. The game is, let your friends and family know it. Let strangers know it. Let everyone know it. Be the good Samaritan. Dare to stop and help someone along the way, which all of you do. I know that. I see it every day. It presents itself every day. And our numbers are growing. Have you noticed? Yeah. We're certainly making the system number. That's why our numbers are growing. It's the power you wield. Gives you a sense of absolute arrogance and humility at the same time. It's beautiful. Oh, did anyone look up the online Latin to English Nosca T Ipsum? Anyone on the board? Am I on the air? Hello?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Why do I feel like I'm, Pink Floyd album? Is there anybody out there? Did anybody look up the Nosca T Ipsum on the Latin to English calculator I put up on the Facebook? Anyone get a chance to yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, just do it one word at a time. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Selfish bitch I am. Okay, let's do the whole sentence. See what comes up in the whole sentence. All right, so Nosca T Ipsum. Okay, the full sentence translated. Here's what it says. To become acquainted with you itself. I kind of like the word by word, don't you? You. There is nothing sweeter than you. But you got to do it word by word. That was an early clue for me in breaking sentences apart while I was breaking words apart. Because the more I broke it apart, the more I could see. The more I broke a word down into a smaller pieces, the more fractal and bigger the word got. And then I saw all the hidden intents in it. And I said, hey, that means the opposite. So if I said that and didn't write that, then I could be assumed and presumed that I meant that when I didn't mean that, but I didn't say that, so I'm fucked because I didn't say what I mean literally and spelled it out for them. Tricky phonetic bastards, trying to use our own Phoenician against us. Creation, word, world. And they spun us out. Rumpelstiltskin spun your straw into their gold. Your straw man got spun into their gold. You know, they're Goldman, they're Finkelsteins, they're Epsteins. It's all about filling their fucking cups, isn't it? Funny that it's always a German cup, isn't it? The genetic entity, Roman. Goldstein, Goldstein, cup of gold, yeah. Have a look. It plays out so beautifully. I gotta say, those that claim to be Jewish haven't got a fucking clue what those that you claim to be your teachers are doing to you. They'll do anything to you, even to the point of murdering lots of you. But certainly not 6 million. There wasn't 6 million there to be murdered. Idiots. How exactly does Auschwitz have, 3 million murdered there go down to 1.5, and the number 6 million doesn't change? How does that happen? I mean, there it is, just one camp. But it's all bullshit anyway, because the you that they were talking about was the artists, the anti-government protesters, the poets, the writers, the teachers, the professors, the gypsies, the LGBTs, all of the free society. That's what the Jew is. You. The true you. The true tree of life. Not some dead tree burning fucking Jew bagger. And they did a marvelous job convincing one culture that it was greater than all others. Didn't they? The same thing with Christians. It's the same thing that carries over in Muslims and Christians and Jews and Hindu and Sikh and you fucking name it. Because as soon as you choose one label, by default, you've denied all others. I don't have any labels. Me, not just me. I'll stay with that. It's real neutral and kind of fits with everything that way. So I don't remove myself from creation in any way. What I do is I show the traits that I have to expose the lies that we came here to expose. So I stay in the causal position knowing that the meat stick is just effect to change this bullshit and to destroy it once and for all. That's my game. That's why I'm here. I'm not the game meat interfallopian transfer. I'm no meat game. No gammon steak here. Ham steak, gammon. Oh, Agamemnon. Shall we carry on?
Gamma ray.
Yeah, gummy bear, gamma bear. Grammar, gammer. It's all the same to me. Gamer. So that's the hex of the am-me spirit breath. Gamer.
Yeah.
Ami, friend. Hex, friend, spirit. Yeah. Let's put the camiro. Oh, look, the camera, the camero, your own camera. The spirit in the Christ mind of magnetic electric spirit breath. Creation itself. Camiro. Camer. It's time to make your cameo, don't you think? You're just making a cameo appearance here in the false world. They do love their cameos, don't they? That was the first cigarette I ever, pack of smokes I ever got. It was a pack of Cameo. Funny that. Can't get them anymore.
Oh, wow. Marlboro Reds. That's what's mine.
See, you went off in a fractal where Marlboro Reds resonated with me, but not to the degree that I know it resonates with you, in the same way that Cameo resonates with me, but not in the same way. But you know what I'm saying, because you just brought in your own pack of smokes. Yeah, you don't carry those around in your T-shirt like you're some wife beater, right? It's so funny, all these tough guys walking around. It's like wanting to find this really chick to fuck, and it's guys on guys here. That's all it is. I thought it was really funny, the one thing in the Fulcanelli referenced something about the gay something. Yeah. The hexed I, that's what it is. G.I. G.I. Joe, hexed I Joe. G.I. Jane, hexed I Jane. G.E. genetic entity. Gene, genetic entity on knee. Knee, born, genetic entity born, the genie. Renee, to be born again. Renee, you must be born again. Okay, Catherine Renee, I did it. It was right in my way there. I couldn't miss it. It was right on my path. Catherine Renee Thompson. That's right on my path. So is legal name. That's right on my path. Everything is right on my path because I know the way through the truth. They're just words. All of it's just words. It's spins, spirals, fractals, creations. And when you know your way, I posted yesterday, the individual that made the post obviously didn't get what I was saying in the phonetics. I was showing both sides their path, their name as they might think it is. And I could see that they were still a truck in the valley. What was it? The truck was still in the valley. Oh, what was that? Yeah, again, don't worry. I can spot you. All I need to know is your name and your action, and I'll tell you which path you're walking. Because I know every word, name, is all a path. Everything is a path. Everything is a spiral. Everything is a fractal. So if I know your, quote, name, unquote, I know your way. And I will weigh that way in my own reality of which way you're going and which way I'm going. And I always know when you're walking the same way I am or walking in the opposite direction. And it shows up in the name and what you do, what you post through the name you carry. Oh, yeah, I see you're lost. It was in the discussion group. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I didn't go back. I went back a couple of times. There was no comment after it. I was wondering if they actually caught the phonetic of what I was trying to show them. And I'll do this. If you ever see something that doesn't, you're not quite sure what it is, might be for you. Have a look again. Yeah, shillelagh. Yeah, the shill-e-laugh. The shilly-laugh. Yeah. Walking sticks, and they used to use them the cops used them for clubbing people. Fucking crazy bastards. Oh, hey, look, watch Blue Katina from Alaska. Katina. All right, where was it? Yeah, still laughing about that Matt card. That was so funny to see that. Of all the days. Yeah, talk about landed immigrant never wanting to be a citizen, citizen of Canada. Landed immigrant, lie. So I never went beyond that. Fuck. What do you need paper for on a planet? There it was, UFO abduction caught up security cam. Yeah, I don't see anything about legal name fraud here. Oh yeah, Lori Glenn. What did I write? Your truck is still in the valley where it should be. The Christ mind rowing your boat. It's in your name. Path, clues, nail. Okay, so let's show you how it is. Lorry truck. It's right on the birth certificate. My dad was a lorry driver. Okay, so there's your truck. The valley, Glen. Well, you can have the hexed lean as well. Hexed lens. What are you lending? What are you seeing through that lens that is hexed? Glen, valley, dale. You see all of these? So that's the Lori Glen is truck in the valley. And it should be the Christ mind. Row, row, row in consciousness. Row-re. Take the L out, you'll see it. That's the row-re boat. Christ mind. Should be the Christ mind, row in your boat. Get rid of that hex. Because you have the ki ro en, the spirit wren, the bluebird, the spirit bird. Ki ro en, kren, cream, crown, crone. So there it is. Row, 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 ki ro en. Get your Christ mind in. And when you're posting UFO abduction things, I don't see much of that. I see someone caught in a literal matrix, still dancing in one piece of a gigantic jigsaw puzzle where that's only one of them. And it all fits into the one story called Noscati Ipsum. You. Get to know, become acquainted with you. Nothing sweeter than you itself. It's all about Noscati Ipsum. Right over the door at the Oracle in the Matrix movies, if you were looking. So welcome home. Just know thyself. Walk in the truth and you'll see it for yourself. This isn't difficult. It is merely a choice. Is that fairly clear? You know, what we should have done tonight was talked about legal name fraud. We don't seem to talk about that much ever, do we?
Always. One way or another.
Sure felt like a different show with the same topic, eh? Yeah, the same Taurus, the same Taurus topic, Taurus. Depends on if you make C an S or not and how hard the S is. You see, I choose every inflection of every squiggle and squid ink. Yeah, funny that squid ink, the most powerful of the sorcerer's tools. Anyone watch the last episode of Once Upon a Time?
No.
Oh, you should track the now with me. It's a lot of fun. It'll blow your mind. It really will. It's too bad we weren't all sitting in the same cinema all the time. I know those of you that are tracking the now, you're seeing it. You got a pretty good handle on it, eh, Roar?
I think so. I mean, I'm doing what I can, tracking my now. I pay attention, and
you notice? Do you notice? I'm going to ask you specifically because it comes in bursts. There are times that you're in it and you don't even know how you got in it, but you're there and you're laughing your head off. And there's other times you want to be in it, but you can't seem to find it, and then you get all frustrated. You feel that sometimes?
It comes in waves, yes.
Yeah. It comes in waves. So that's why the breathing is so necessary. Because as soon as you start breathing, the wave comes in. So do whatever you need to do to beat up that little demon, okay? Just keep beating the shit out of it. All right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the Fluffy, she's here. I mean, I got full control of her. I know where she is. And, you know, some nights she just wants to run around the fucking attic, you know? It's like, sit down. And I've really got to pull it in to do that, you know? But this is consciousness still trying this fucking festering nonsense. Still trying. And it's like, give it up. Because all I got to do at this point is smoke a bowl. See ya. Throw a movie on. See ya. And I chill.
Which is chair in Espanol. See ya.
You got it. Sit down. See ya.
Shut up.
Yeah. Sit down on that chair and see ya. Kate. the bats away. There it is. Chair, chair, chair. See ya, chaise, and chair. It's all saying the same thing, too, isn't it? Yeah. It's funny how that works. Every time. It's not just a once in a while. It's not a coincidence.
No.
It's perfect coincidence. We're going to roll out here in about 2 minutes, so just another heads up. Rolling into GNIP, SNP radio, to snip the bud A. Yeah, I know, it's so funny when I saw someone post Buddha yesterday. Oh yeah, look at nip. They're nipping it in the bud, eh? Buddha. Bidet. Look what you wipe your ass with. Well, let Buddha be your bidet, huh? The waters of truth will wipe your butts clean out of the belfry, right out of Uranus. What's the number again?
914-803-4058.
Perfect, and we'll get the BTR as soon as it's up, and I will be jumping in with you guys in a little bit. Just going to take a brain fart moment, recollect, and well, give you guys a chance to talk. So.
Oh.
Oh man.
Great.
Do you know what it is? I just get so excited with you guys. It's like, oh, guess what? It's like, oh,